Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jamila and this is Jamila Creates. So today's video is kind of a continuation on the last one I did where I did a toile of the swimwear top. I did that in a pretty floral pattern, so if you want to check that out, I'll have it linked. But this week I'm using a self-drafted pattern and a print that I designed myself, so you'll get to check that out. And for the next one in this series I'm going to do the bottoms, but I might split that up and do a different video first, I'm not sure. So please like and subscribe, and here is the, before we get started, one more thing. Sorry if the editing is a little choppy. I'm using a new editing software. I decided to quit everything Adobe except their free stuff. I'm working on migrating my portfolio, but I quit all of the Adobe paid software and I downloaded new replacements. So this is being filmed on entirely new, well, not filmed, it's filmed on the same thing it's always been filmed on, but it's edited on entirely new software that I now have to learn. And as I'm recording right now, I'm looking at a voiceover panel that is very new and strange to me. So well, that is going to be new, as well as my photo and vector editing software. That has less to do with this though, but I want to point out because I might do a video on my other channel about learning Affinity or even Procreate. But with all that being said, here is the video. Okay, so I'm just quickly going over the pattern making. I used a pattern from Mood. Hopefully I'll remember to link it below. It's just their basic swimsuit pattern, and I'm just tracing the key points, measuring down where I want the bikini to cut off. I decided to cut it off kind of at the waist, so it's a little bit low. And then I'm just going to trace it, trace the important parts like the edges and the center front, and then I wing it. Like, I really just trace it to your heart's desire on this because you already know where the basics should be, because that's already on this pattern. So I'm just going to curve it. I did measure a couple of things. I measured how far down I wanted to take where the strap begins, and then I wrote down the measurement from the strap to the new strap, just so that I'll have it, so that I'll know how to draft the straps when I get there. But after this, it's just going to be a lot of tracing and remaking, and that's kind of what I'm going to do on the back too, is I'm going to make a corset back with tracing and remaking, but I'll show that to y'all sped up as well. So enjoy some music while you watch this, and I will be back if there's anything to talk about, but next time you hear from me, it should be when I'm cutting everything out. So I did forget a crucial step here. I didn't show myself drafting the straps. I did a different system for the last video that I did than this one. I kind of wanted to do a corset back on this design. And the last one I did a bunch of scrunchy straps. The scrunchy straps you just measure from the back where you stop drafting. So like the middle back or as much near the middle as you did. And then to the center back of the old pattern of the swimsuit, but the one that you're tracing, but and then multiply it by 2 and add a few inches, and then you get a scrunch effect when you put an elastic that's the exact measurement. But for the straps on the shoulders, what you do is you add in how much you took off of the mood pattern or the pattern that you're drafting with on the front and the back, and then you add those together, and then you multiply those by 2, add a few inches, like I ended up to 4 or 5, just however many you can cut, and then make sure that your elastic is a little bit smaller than that measurement that you got, and that's how you're going to do it. So it's basically just a big rectangle that's the height I just told you, but the width is twice that of the elastic plus 3/8 on both sides. So that was it. It was pretty easy. And now let's get to pattern cutting. Okay, I have the patterns here. I have a lot of fabric left, but I don't want to waste it because I did special order it. And also, I'm thinking I'm going to have to cut this piece out twice. A couple of them are upside down. They're all upside down. I wanted to see what I was doing in terms of pattern placement. I think I'm going to cut this here, form its own piece, and then the shoulder straps can be along this one as much as possible. And then, what's the back strap? I don't want back straps. And then the rest of it is, free or one little piece for that, because I don't see this working without my scissors. I don't see this working without a really sturdy lining to keep the bra cups in place, which I ran out of. I ran out of this stuff, so I think this is way more sturdy than lining fabric, so I'm going to be using that and just cut along all of these, and I will see you when everything is cut, including this. Yeah. Alright, so I thought I would just do a little update of what I've done. So I've cut this bra up, and I just cut it a little bit close to the seam there. This is a lot lighter than the other one, so it might be fine to just have this be the side seam. I don't know. This is where it was before, but I wanted to give myself a little bit more room between the underwire and the sides, if that's possible. I left the bridge. Always leave this middle piece on. It'll give it so much more structure. I cut very high up this time. If it hits the neckline, I might have to trim it by a couple of inches, but for now, this is how high it is. I'm not cutting out the top yet, because if I cut out the top now, before I finish my toile, the toile might be completely wrong, and then I've run out of, well, not run out of fabric, I have a lot of fabric, but then I've wasted time making and fixing and not fixing and redoing the real one when I could have just done it on the toile. I did start to cut out this pattern, store-bought. I'm waiting until I get my new needles though, because I can see the frustration when inevitably my serger that's supposed to work does not work. I can see that happening already. So I want to have working needles for that, but I've pinned what I'm going to pin down now. So I basted the little extra crotch bit to the back seam, and then I'm going to sew the front into there and just kind of sandwich it and flip it around. I'll show you in more detail when I get there. I've cut out the 2 side seams out of this black fabric. It only has 1 stretch direction. Hopefully that won't be a problem. Again, need the needle to, the correct needles to ruche this. And if those correct needles don't work, I don't know what I'm going to do, because that's the whole project. Like, it's not, no other needle works. It skips stitches when I use anything else, which has been super frustrating. But I knew that would happen. I just didn't know that I couldn't find my stretch needles. I thought I had one left, but it's good to have a lot of them anyway. This is the actual fabric that I cut out. Again, not on camera, just because I didn't want to. I was frustrated, but I have the crotch seam pinned together, and that I'm going to try to do on the serger, but again, I might have to move it to the sewing machine, so I just need the needle for that. So yeah, besides the finished top, all the bottom pieces are cut and ready to go. I just need to be able to sew them together. Oh, I forgot. Oh, no. That's a bit of the top piece. I was about to say that I forgot the little ties for the top, but that's for the top, so we don't need that right now. Yeah, now it's getting kind of tight, but I should be able to finish it in time. It turns out we're leaving Thursday, not Friday, so yeah, a little worried about that. Oh, and I have to pick up the dog from her grooming on Thursday, so I don't have any time on Thursday. And we're leaving like right after that, and I have to pack. But I should be able to finish everything in like a day or two. Swimsuits are quick if you have the right kind of needle, which I do not. Oh, and also, fun fact about Joann Fabrics. You know how most companies, you do like, I'm rambling here. You know how most companies do like a thing where when you order online, they tell you when your thing's going to be ready? And you give them their phone number and they text you and they say, estimate time ready. Nope, none of that. I just have to wait until they say it's ready, which 2 needles should not take long to gather unless lots of people are at Joann Fabrics this weekend, which they might be because students are out of town, so we can go anywhere as locals. But I think I'm just going to go and see. It might just be that Joann Fabrics' whole system for alerting you and deliveries are poop. I'm always one to try to blame corporate. Or it might be that they're just really busy inside, and that's fine too. I don't want to rush anybody, but I'm being rushed, so I'm just going to go and see. If they don't have it, that's fine, you know. Well, it's not fine for me, but I'm not going to be a jerk about it. Of course, goes without saying. So yeah, we'll just see. But I've done everything that I can do without the new needle. So I've unlaced it, and I'm going to chop off here and here. And then I'm going to seam rip all of this in order to get these out. And then I have an idea that I'll show you when we get to it, but of course when I'm done with all this, I think I also have to seam rip from here to like here or something, which is not going to be fun, but that's why we're cutting first. So I have these 2 pieces fresh off the iron. These are just boning. I'll show you on here. It's just little pieces of plastic and a little sleeve. What I'm going to do, and I'm going to have to do this off camera because I can't do this one-handed, but I'm going to slip this in here, fold this over and sew it shut, so that's kind of like this. Keep this folded over and re-sew it shut. Or maybe I'll do that at the end, I don't know. But the point is I'll have to sew this shut with this in here. And then I'll push this back to like against this seam and sew that down. And as I'm sewing that part down, I will reintroduce the little hook straps. So they'll be like back here. And I think that's just going to give it a little bit tighter of a fit. As for this drawstring, I'm not sure if I should go to Michael's and buy a new one. Because I do have errands I have to do tomorrow. So I could just buy a new one at Michael's tomorrow. Excuse me. Or I could just buy smaller elastic and just kind of tuck it in there because this is kind of flimsy. I'm thinking maybe some of this elastic would help, but the thing about that is that's going to be tedious and difficult. I'm going to have to use a little safety pin technique, and I'm not sure that I have enough of this drawstring anyway. I mean, it does stretch, so we'll have to see. But that is the plan. So, yeah, I'll get to it now. Okay, so I changed the order in which I did this. I decided to do the loops in with this part just because this is a really strong zigzag stitch, and then this where I moved the boning because I inched the boning over here and then sealed back up this in this. So the boning that I moved, I'm just going to do a straight stitch on. So I feel like it'll be more secure if it's from here. However, I did end up cutting into this because some of the loops when I seam ripped were ruined, so I'm gonna have to buy new ones, which is fine because I think black would be a better color match anyway. But I'm gonna leave this here for now, do one more straight stitch just on the other side of the boning, and then I'll show y'all how it turned out. Alright, so I'm just wearing this with some sweatpants. I don't know if the blues go good together, but it's still a little loose, and the bottom hem I don't think I did quite right. It obviously doesn't fit like a real bra, but it is pretty comfy. If I had you can make a real bra as a swimsuit. I just wanted something a little cuter than that. So I kind of have these tassels. You can see the print, and then the back, I really like it more cinched up. I think I did a much better job on the back when I cut it off and redid it. Definitely putting boning in there was a good idea so that it holds, but this is the finished piece and it's pretty okay. If I wanted, I'll definitely wear it all together and all that stuff, but if I wanted to make the switch to actually designing swimwear as opposed to clothing, I would either make stuff that's a little bit more plain without the bra in it at all, or I would make bra patterns and use swimwear lycra and then use it on the sides, just making like a bra that actually looks like a swimsuit as opposed to just a swimsuit with a bra in it. I think that that's a much more better way to do it. This could also use a bit of a top stitch. Not the biggest deal for me though, because my skin tone kind of matches the lining, so it's fine. Also, another great thing about making your own though is that the website where I got this recycled sustainable swimmer lycra, I hope I'll remember to link that below. I think it did have some different skin tone matching ones as well. I wish they had a range like some brands like Fenty do with makeup, but I can see how that would be a lot of fabric to make. But I'm rambling. I love how the print turned out. And I do love the scrunchy top. So the next video of swimwear, I am hoping to do matching bottoms to this. So stay tuned for that. Make sure to like and subscribe. And yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.